Well, we're back here at Technology Access Television. My guest here is Dante Hamilton, and we're talking about the impact of Barack Obama and what it's having in social media. You know, many people know that the real campaign for Barack was a grassroots campaign, but a lot of people don't realize how important these new technologies, social media technologies like Facebook, technologies like MySpace, technologies like LinkedIn, I mean, they were all a part of this great grassroots network that was enabled both knocking on doors but also online. Dante, you started to notice what was going on, and you actually were the part of that. Talk about how social media landscape has changed with the Barack Obama presidency.
Well, what really sparked, I think, the Barack Obama movement with people is that he had a website that allowed people to contribute content, user-generated content, you know, post comments like they would do in the old, you remember, the bulletin board forums, where you had to be a member, you had to sign up. Well, what Barack did is he enabled everyone to come up and talk about things and submit policy, agenda items and everything, and just get involved, making it more their campaign.
Now, this is something that clearly seems to be building, if anything, because the numbers are phenomenal. You know, when the Barack Obama campaign started, Facebook barely had 40 million users, and it was looked at something, you know, people say, well, that's for college kids.
Exactly.
That's just for, you know, students that want to know where the party's at this weekend.
Right.
And by the time the campaign subsided, there were over 100 million people that are on Facebook. And now you talk about people having Facebook business pages. What is a Facebook business page?
Well, you know, a Facebook business page is sort of like the opposite of your Facebook profile. And the only way you can actually make a Facebook business page is you have to go to one, scroll all the way down, and there will be a link down there that says Create Business Page. And it's really a good idea. If you have a brand or a product or a service, you can create, in addition to your regular profile on Facebook, a business page. And that business page operates the same way as your regular profile. You can put your branding up there, put your logo up there, but people can engage themselves with you and your product or your service.
Now, again, this is, I think people really need to catch a clue here, because there is an electronic e-commerce economy that's still revving on all cylinders because of this whole Barack experience. I mean, they haven't shut down. People, you know, people were laughing about how the campaign was collecting money right up until the moment of the election. And $600 million is nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
But now it's continued, and other people are launching companies, launching products. Everybody's out here doing this. What do you think, how this is going to impact small businesses as they continue to evolve using these social media tools?
I think the small business guy like me and the small business guy that's watching this is going to say, hey, look, Barack raised a lot of money, and I should implement some of those tools, which are online tools. I need to get a Facebook profile. I need to let my friends know that I'm online. Even if I have a website, I need to link my website to my Facebook page, or put a Facebook link from my homepage or my website to Facebook.
Well, now, the other thing that came into play is blogs.
Right.
You know, blogging was off the radar screen at the beginning of the Barack campaign, and by the end, it was the major play. But, you know, one thing people don't think about blogs is photographs. And what we have come to find out is people want to see the pictures. They want to know who was there, what were they wearing, you know, were you tagged in a picture? And so one of the great opportunities for both your personal blog, your business blog, and Facebook is you get to show people what's going on. And of course, you're not only to have just regular pictures, you can have videos too.
You can have videos, you can tag the photos. You know, you say if you're one of my photos, I can tag it, or I can send it to my sister in Cleveland. She doesn't even have to be on Facebook to actually get the photo and look at it. So, you know, you don't have to be a member of Facebook to get the content that's up in Facebook.
And, you know, YouTube was a big part of Barack's success. He put a lot of long-form content out on YouTube. A lot of people saw many of his speeches because somebody emailed them a link. So when you talk about social networking, it's not just a static text. It's videos, it's audio, it's the whole kit and caboodle. Hey, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk about how all of this is affecting the old business of newspapers, because they're blowing up with Barack, too.